Good morning, guys. I'm just going to do an energy check-in for the masculine today. The energy has shifted. I've been completely fine, right? I haven't been sad. I haven't been really thinking about my masculine much. I've been focusing on me a lot. And then yesterday afternoon, it just, all hit me. Very heavy energy. All night I was crying. I've been awake since 2 o'clock this morning. I couldn't sleep. It's about 5:52 right now. So I'm just exhausted. I got to get ready for work, and I feel a little better. But I have been listening to this song on a loop. I'll put it in the description box. It's called Get You the Moon by Kina. Just all night, just listening to the song and crying. It's been terrible. But apparently I needed to purge some things. So we're just going to see if the masculines are feeling, like if I'm feeling their energy, if this is for both sides, the feminine and the masculine. If it resonates, let me know in the comments. I know I can't be the only one feeling this way. We're going to just jump right in, okay? Spirit, how are the masculines feeling about the divine feminines right now? Are they also very sad and constantly thinking about their feminines? How are the masculines feeling about their feminines right now? So the first thing I noticed was this blue, which is the throat chakra. Okay, so that means something. We have the Six of Wands, success and recognition. We got the Two of Wands, planning and decisions. Justice, soul contract. The Five of Wands, conflict and competition. And then the Fool, activation. So I feel like right now the masculines are going through kind of an awakening. They could be feeling jealous. I'm getting jealous from this Five of Wands here. There is a cycle complete for the masculines, okay? Got the World and the Emperor, divine masculine, cycle completion. So to me, whatever cycle is completing, which is about this Two of Wands, this decision that needs to be made, they have made a decision. They're going to have success in this decision. It is about a soul contract. This justice here, and the soul contract that they have that has the most magnitude is with you, feminine. And I feel like they were just woken up to this. They're ready to talk. I feel like that's what this Fool is, taking a risk to speak. I also feel like with this conflict and competition, though, that they're a little jealous. You could be talking to other people. They could be having conflict with people around them, and that's making this a lot harder. Or they told their decision to them what they're going to do, and it's starting a bunch of fights that they are going to move towards you, okay? Because some cycle has been completed for the masculine. We'll find out what this is. Spirit, what is this cycle completion? What was completed for the masculines? What's been completed for the masculines? Which cycle has ended for them? Okay, so we've got the Two of Pentacles here and the Two of Swords. So we do have 222. That number follows me around everywhere. It's driving me crazy. It does mean a couple of different things. The first thing is that your masculine is saying, I love you to you. And it's about love and partnerships and trusting, that source is guiding you in the right direction. So if you're also seeing 222, that's what that means, okay? But we've got the Two of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. So balancing act and stalemate and indecision. So what this completion is about is them being in juggling. It could be you and another person, or whatever the karmic situation is, whatever their excuses of not to be with you, that they can't move forward, okay? That's what's ending. They're finally coming to a decision here. And this cycle is completed with them being in indecisiveness. We know the masculines are really indecisive. They go back and forth. They think way too much. They decide on something and then they change their minds because they talk themselves out of it. That's what's completing here. Okay. I also feel like it's only going to be the two of you, the two of you. So if there's a third party situation, that's also being completed. All right. We also had come out the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So satisfaction and wish fulfillment and spark, the Ace of Wands here. I feel like with the reason that this completion is happening, they are having, going through an awakening right now with this activation. And I feel like it's because they've been in hermit mode, which is also the number 9, right? Virgo energy. They've been in hermit mode, figuring out what makes them happy, figuring out why they're not happy in the situations that they're in. And that kind of lit a spark for them. Also, if feminine, you are talking to other people, other guys or girls, gender doesn't matter. You know, it kind of lit this jealousy spark in them. I'm feeling a little anger from this. But it also made them want to fight for you, for this situation, for this relationship, for this love. Okay. And that's kind of where this Five of Wands is coming in. I'll see what this conflict is about and why they're feeling kind of this way, jealous, angry. It really lit a spark for them to move forward. You know what? She makes me happy. No one else is going to take her away from me. So that's what's happening in this completion here. They're finally making a decision. Spirit, what's this Five of Wands, this conflict that the masculine is having right now? What is this Five of Wands? What's this conflict about? What is this conflict? Okay. This conflict is about you, feminine. The Queen of Cups, intuitive and sensitive. This conflict is about you. It's regarding you. And what did I just say? The Hermit card, number 9. They've been in hermit mode, so they've been ignoring you. They've been not talking to you. They've kind of let you, it seems like they've let you go, right? Because they've just been soul searching themselves, trying to figure out, again, what makes them happy. They did figure it out, that it was you, and it lit this spark. This is, you know, a new beginning, passionate beginning, a new beginning with spirit, being connected to source, paying attention to their intuition. And that's what they've been doing in this hermit mode. They've been thinking a lot about you, feminine. It's causing some conflict. We do have the Seven of Cups, which is fantasy and temptation. And then we have Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration. So to me, the reason this conflict, we also have the Devil, okay, which is obsession. So in this hermit mode, they haven't been talking to you, but they do think about you constantly. So I do feel like, hey, Gavin, can you turn my alarm off? Gavin, can you turn my alarm off? Sorry about that, guys. I do feel that while they've been in this hermit mode, they are stalking you, essentially. Okay, they're looking at your social media, they're looking at your pictures, they're looking at your videos. They've been very obsessive. They've been obsessively thinking. And I think some of them have come to their own conclusion with this Seven of Cups here, this own little fantasy story that there's a third party situation, that you've moved on, you're with somebody else. It's made them angry and jealous. They can't get you off their mind, and they're kind of like, I can't live like this anymore. Okay, I don't want her to be with somebody else. She's mine. And I don't mean that in a possessive way, but I do a little bit, okay, because you are theirs, right? Don't come for me with that statement. I don't mean it in like a negative way, okay? But they have kind of made up these fantasies in their head that are negative and toxic, and they think that you're with somebody else. They think that you're moving on, and it's really started this conflict within them, within themselves, okay? And then it's causing conflict with third parties, if they're in a third party, because the energy that they're feeling, they could feel like they're other person, if they're in a karmic relationship, that their person is with a third party. It's basically just a lot of jealousy and anger floating around for them. But also this conflict is them saying, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm taking myself out of this situation. their relationships have been dead for a long time, and they're finally moving forward because the feminine is moving forward, okay? When you move forward, feminine, your masculine has no choice but to follow you because you guys are the same soul, okay? Spirit, what's this planning and decisions? Clarify this Two of Wands, this planning and decisions. What's this decision that's been made? What's this decision? The decision is Five of Swords, mind games and control, and Ten of Wands, heavy burdens. I almost said healthy choices. So that just means to me they've made the decision to get out of third-party relationships where it's toxic, it's manipulative. The karmic partners are kind of, it's like they're puppets to them. They do whatever they say. They just want to make them happy. But they're not getting that happiness in return. And it's a very heavy burden for them to go through that, okay? So be compassionate with your masculine. But I feel like that's what the decision is made. Like they're done. They don't want to do it anymore. They can't stop thinking about their feminine, okay? They're thinking about her being with other people, having sex with other people, talking to other people, and they do not like it, okay? They're ending the mind games here, the back and forth. It's just such a burden for the masculines as well as it is with the feminines, okay? We do have the Three of Wands on the bottom that says awaiting results, and the Hangman, which is new perspective. So I feel like while they've been in this hermit mode, they've been manifesting. They've been gaining a new perspective. They've been going through awakening. They're trying to manifest you, and right now they're waiting for something to happen. If they are married or in other relationships, they have to wait for that to be over before they can come forward to you in the right way. Most of the masculines want to do things the right way because they're very upstanding, honorable men, okay? They don't want to hurt anybody. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to be in third-party situations. So they want to do things by the book, the right way, okay? Spirit, what's this Fool card? What are the masculines taking a risk about? What's this Fool card? What are they taking a risk about? What's this risk the masculines are taking? The Ace of Swords, breakthrough and awareness. So it did come up in reverse. So to me, that just means bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, and then Four of Pentacles. Okay. Lovers, Eight of Cups. So, and then the Knight of Swords here. So this is decisive action. This says evolving. This says twin flame connection, okay? This says scarcity mindset, this Four of Pentacles here. And then the Queen of Swords, sharp and assertive. We do have the High Priestess right under that with hidden knowledge, and the Page of Swords, which says thoughts. So what I gather from this is what they're taking this risk about, what they're about to take this risk about, because this Ace of Swords was in reverse. They know that they've been lying to themselves about your twin flame connection. They know that they've been lying to themselves about being happy in situations that they're not happy in, which is the scarcity mindset here. They know that they've been holding back. They haven't been open with you. They haven't been honest with you or themselves, okay? So this activation is about to switch this Ace of Swords into the upright, give them some real hard truth fucking clarity about your connection here with the Lovers, this twin flame connection. They're going to realize that where they think that they're happy and everything's fine, they're not. That they're not being emotionally fulfilled. They're not being fulfilled sexually. They're not being filled in attention and affection. They're not being loved the way that they need to be loved. And they're realizing that. We also have the Eight of Cups, which is evolving. So that activation, again, them going through that awakening, that Nine of Cups and the Hermit, going through that soul-searching period, figuring out who they are and what makes them happy. That is you, leaving situations behind that don't serve them anymore because they're finally evolved enough. They're getting this truth. They finally have the courage to take the risk. And leaving who? This Queen of Swords here. This is air energy. Their karmic could be an air sign. Doesn't have to be, okay? They could have that in their chart, or they're just taking on this really bitchy energy, okay? This is sharp and assertive. This is kind of like a no bullshit person, but it's also could be manipulative in thoughts, the way that they talk. If the masculines try to leave, they could say, oh, I'm going to kill myself, or, you know, if you leave, I'm going to take everything that you have, and just really not a nice person. And they're leaving this behind, okay? They're leaving it behind. They don't want to do it anymore. It's not making them happy. And they know this. They're thinking about this constantly, okay? They're also thinking about you, feminine, divine feminine here, and the Five of Pentacles. Got the Five of Pentacles here. It says isolated and alone. So even though they're with somebody else, they feel isolated and alone. They feel like it's, you know, that they don't have anything. It's a scarcity mindset where they're not being fulfilled at all. They're thinking about it constantly with this Nine of Swords energy, self-sabotage and nightmares. They can't sleep either. That's probably why I can't sleep. We do have the Four of Cups right under that. Missed opportunity with who? Four of Wands. Okay, this is foundation and commitment. This is the Twin Flame card, right? That 1111 in the regular deck. They feel like they missed this opportunity with their feminine, and it is driving them crazy, okay, with this Devil card here. I'll stop there, but with the deck here. But they're very sad. So just how I'm feeling very alone and sad, and like I'm just tired of waiting, and I don't want to do this anymore. And if I can't have my masculine, then stop having the universe remind me of him every 5 seconds. Like, I just can't stand it anymore. And I've been on the journey for a very long time. My energy is balanced, and it's just like every time I'm just like, okay, you know, it's fine. I'm not really thinking about him. And I start even moving on from him a little bit. Spirit's like, no, remember who you are and remember who you belong to. Again, belong to not in a bad way, but it's like the masculines are feeling this exact same way about not having you, feminine. Yes, they're not expressing it yet because they have other situations that they have to let go of first, but they will be, okay? They're thinking about the decision that they already made, decisive action here with the Knight of Swords, about having this talk with this karmic partner. You know, I know now who my partner is. I know now. I have no doubts in my mind about who my feminine is. And I don't want to be away from her anymore. He knows this already. He's making a plan, making this plan here to have this talk with this person. He's thinking about it constantly, okay? So he's leaving a toxic karmic situation. It is steadily in progress. So that's what that Fool energy is, okay? Spirit, what's this Justice here? What's this Soul Contract Justice? What is this? What's this Soul Contract? We got the Six of Swords, Tranquility ahead, and the Eight of Swords, imprisonment is what it says. So this is beautiful because they have been so conflicted about your guys' soul contract and the soul contracts that they have with other people, okay? They have been stuck in a prison in their own head, talking themselves out of loving you, of being with you, not being truthful to themselves at all. Anytime an emotion comes in and they feel that, they run. It scares the fuck out of them, okay? But with the Six of Swords, this is moving ahead to calmer waters in your thoughts. This is getting out of this imprisonment. So that is so beautiful. Justice is coming in and saying, look, enough is enough. And then we do have the King of Swords here on the bottom, which is quick wit and intellect. This to me just means that they're going to take the action finally to talk to this Queen of Wands. And listen, yes, it came out as a pair, but this just means to me that the energy the karmic partner is giving to the masculine, that really bitchy, standoffish, you know, not being loving or affectionate or caring in any way, that's how he's acting towards her. So things might look super happy on the internet, but it's just not the truth, okay? It's just not the truth. Five of Cups, you know, they're very alone as well. They're just as alone as you are, feminine. Yes, there's somebody who's living in their house, but it doesn't matter because the connection isn't there anymore. You are who is in their heart, on their soul, in their mind. It's you, okay? So let's just pull a couple more cards here. see. Spirit, how are the masculines feeling right now? What's going on with the masculines? This group of masculines that I pick up on. This is a general reading, guys. If you want a personal reading, they're super cheap. Just send me an email. My email's below. Spirit, what are the masculines feeling right now? What's going on with this situation? Wow. Codependency. This is that toxic situation that they're in. They know they're only there because they're codependent on that person. Okay? They know now that they deserve love. They don't deserve to be treated badly. They don't deserve to take care of somebody and that person not reciprocate or really even be in love with them. It's just for the stability that the masculines have to offer that these people stay around, okay? It's these soul contracts, these karmic contracts, soulmate contracts. That's what it is. But now he knows where his true love is. And that's you, feminine. That's all he thinks about, okay? Reconciliation. Heart-to-heart conversation here. There will be a heart-to-heart conversation about wanting to be with you. No doubt. There will be, okay? Spirit, what is the masculines feeling right now? What's going on with them? What are the masculines feeling about this situation? How are they feeling about this situation? Where'd it go? I know it flipped over. Divine Feminine on the bottom. They know that they have been settling without their Divine Feminine, okay? And they know that now because of metamorphosis. They've been changing. They've been growing. They've been doing shadow work, okay? And now they're finally saying, no, I'm not going to be unawakened anymore. I'm not going to stay in situations that don't serve me anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I know that I deserve love, okay? I know that I deserve love. They're changing. When I tell you they're changing, feminine, even if you can't see it, they are changing. If you try really hard, you can feel it. You can feel, you're always connected to them, okay? They know that they're settling without their feminine. So over here we got, yes. Okay. So we've got fifth dimension here, which means that they've been going up to the fifth dimension, okay? They've been having stuff happen to them, supernatural stuff that's been happening to them, okay? This is also that purpley blue, the throat chakra, okay? They are coming forward to talk about this because they know that they can't talk to anybody else about it. No one else would understand, and they would think that they're crazy. This has been happening, but this beautiful thing, like this ascending here, they've been ascending. So even if you don't know in the 3D, they've been ascending, okay? They're growing, they're changing, they're evolving. They're raising their vibration here. Raising their vibration, getting rid of all that shit that doesn't really mean anything to them because they listen to social standards and the way that they were brought up, you know, instead of believing in true love. Now they believe in true love, okay? This is happening in the 5D, but this is also happening in the material world. So this is so fucking beautiful because it's not just in the 5D. It's being brought down into the material world for this reconciliation because they're finally putting themselves first with this self-worth. Finally putting themselves first. They've come to this conclusion that, you know, they're the divine masculines. They're warriors of love, for gosh sakes. This is who they're meant to be. This is who they're meant to be with. This is the mission that they're supposed to be doing. They're understanding all of that as they're evolving and growing. That is so beautiful. So beautiful. Let's see. Spirit, what's going on with the divine masculines right now? How are they feeling? What's going on with this situation? What's going on with the divine masculines right now? Goodness. So we've got cassette, outdated thinking. That's what I just said. Conditioning, replaying events over in your head. This is that conditioning that they were taught when they were growing up. The things that other people say are right that they don't even believe in, but they're so conditioned and brainwashed They're not completely awake yet, okay? That's why they stay with those social norms of not getting divorced or not leaving long-term commitments or putting everybody else in front of them, because they've been conditioned to do so. We got keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So just this to me here means that they made the decision that they want to change their way of thinking because they know that they're supposed to. They're doing this soul evolution. It's really bringing them up and changing the way that they see, okay? This love call was in reverse. I just got this yesterday with the chaser, okay? So feminines, we're the chasers, right? Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting go or letting you know. Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. So with this being in reverse, this just to me says that you haven't been contacting your masculine. You stop chasing him. You stop, running after him. You just let him go. Run as far as you want to, baby. I know you're coming back, okay? That's what happened. And that is what is bringing on this evolution of their souls, okay? This, I don't even know if that made sense. This is what's bringing on that triggering for them to change and want change, because they're in such bad energy when they don't have your energy that they're noticing a pattern here. When they don't have you in their life, shit goes bad. When they do have you, everything is so abundant and happy and glorious. They're finally understanding that. We also had boat here, which is receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So he's had issues leaving karmic partners. He's also has an issue of letting you go, feminine, because he's tried numerous times to let you go, to forget about you, and it just doesn't happen. It's never going to happen. He's never going to forget you. He could never forget you. Okay, you're the love of his life. You are him. He can't forget you. He's understanding that now. Okay, receiving what you need. This is coming in from that 5D energy, getting that Ace of Swords energy, that clarity that he has needed so badly. It's causing progression, and it's also causing him to move on from this third-party situation that doesn't serve him. Because why? On the bottom of the deck, we have Cupid's arrow here. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting. It also says hesitation. So yes, hesitation in the terms of that 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords energy, self-sabotage, having to get out of that energy because his feminine makes him so nervous because he's so in love with her. Cupid shot him with the arrow. He's like, geez, I can't get over it. I can't stop thinking about her. I want to talk to her so bad. Listen, the masculines have impeccable self-control. It's almost disgusting, okay? Don't take it personally because it's not you. It's literally them. Most of them don't even understand why they stay away from you. They don't even know. They just don't even know why. But they're getting the clarity that they need on that. They're having faith. And to you, feminine, love is coming. A surprise invitation, okay? That's what they're constantly thinking about. That's what they're planning about. They're going to ask you somewhere where you guys are going to have that heart-to-heart conversation. We also have sunglasses, which is watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. So to me, what I said earlier with that obsession, they are watching you. Okay, you might not know that they're watching you, but they're watching you, okay? They're going to act like they're not, but they are. Spirit, what do the masculines want to tell their divine feminines right now? A couple messages. What do the masculines want to tell their feminines right now? Bottom of the deck. I was reminded of your scent recently. Yeah, because they're stalking you. They're probably so close. And I'm just kidding. But that's what Spirit does. How they remind you. Their smell, their voice. You see their face in everybody. You see their cars. You see numbers. You see their name. You see every single thing reminds you of your masculine. And the same thing is happening to them. Don't let them fool you. I'm still haunted by my actions. They hate that they left you. They hate themselves. They feel like bad people because they didn't follow through on their promises. They feel like bad people because they're leaving other people because they fell in love with you. They just don't know why they hurt you when they love you so much. But they're starting to understand it was needed for the soul to grow for both of us. Okay. I wish I had told you how much you really meant to me. So obviously if you haven't spoken to your masculine in a while, he's really regretting. And that's where this, 5 of Cups energy comes in. He's regretting not telling you the truth. He's regretting lying to you. He's regretting holding this back for so long. Even though I don't show it, I am sorry for how things went between us. Exactly. And I will come back for you. He will come back for you. My family and upbringing are a bigger factor than I realized. I just said that with the conditioning, the way that they were taught and brought up and, told not to share their emotions. And all of that plays into all of this, okay? Spirit, what do the masculines want to tell their feminines right now? It's a couple messages. I can't ignore the signs. I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. Nope, because they're getting those signs. I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. I'm finally feeling a loss without you because you've pulled away from me, feminine. Where are you? I don't want you to go be with somebody else. I want to be with you. You are my wife, okay? Would you reject me? That's those old wounds coming in because they have hurt you so much that some of them don't even know if you're going to pick them, right? Especially if you're like dating, going out, having fun. Even if you're not dating, they think you are. So it's like, well, is she even going to take me back when I hurt her so much? Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. So this is that hermit energy going within. So this is why you guys haven't been talking, because something was missing and they needed to figure it out. They figured it out. It's you that's missing. It's their self-love that's missing. It's their self-worth. It's their making themselves happy. Now, my heart is telling me just do it. So they're going to do it. I'm telling you, so many people are going to hear from the masculines very soon. Very, very soon. Spirit, what's a couple messages here for the feminines from the masculines? What's a couple messages here? What do the masculines want to tell their feminines right now? Jeez. Take that one. You are my queen. Yep. I'm going to take this one here. It's me, not you. Bottom of the deck, we've got the number 6. You could be seeing 6s. We've got this song, Here by Me by 3 Doors Down. Look it up. It's a beautiful song. Your masculines want to tell you what's in that song, so look it up. We've also got Fade by Lewis Capaldi. So look that song up as well. That's a message for somebody, okay? I've got God made you just for me. They're realizing that now. Got a timing card, another timing card, another one, another one. No one understands me like you do. We've got 1111, so they're seeing 1111. You're probably seeing 1111. I wish I would have met you sooner. Yeah, like before I got married or before I was with this other person. Because they know they would have picked you over this other person if the circumstances were different. I want to touch you. It's hard for me to express my feelings. This has to do with my upbringing. You make me so horny. So yes, they're looking at your pictures while they're pleasuring themselves. They're thinking about you if they're, having sex with somebody else. You are everything I've ever dreamed of. I'm changing even if you can't see it. I've said this so many times in this reading. That is the truth. That is spirit coming through and saying it's true. What she's saying is true. I want to marry you. I pray for you every day. That is like the sweetest thing that somebody could do for you is pray for you and you not even know. Yes, I knew this card was going to come out. Yes, I love you, but I can't imagine hurting someone I love so much. So what this card means is they've hurt you so much, but they also love you so much, and they haven't understood for the longest time how they could hurt somebody that they love so much. So it makes them question if they really love you. Okay, this is what they're figuring out. I said this earlier. Another timing card. I know the mistakes I've made. Yeah, we got that card over here. They know what they did wrong. They know what they need to do to fix it, and that's what they're working on. So we've got a couple of timing cards. Again, this is a general reading. Email me if you want a personal, and then we could figure out what each of these timing cards means that you get. In the general reading, it could mean a bunch of different things, so take it how it resonates for you. Please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate it. But we need to talk. So that talking is happening very soon. I've got text me. I also got this card yesterday. If you feel guided to text your masculine, go ahead. I'm not telling you to text him. I don't know your guys' situation personally or whose like turn it is to text to. Like me personally, I have chased my masculine so much that I won't message him again. He needs to take the initiative, and we had that conversation. He knows that. So if you've had that conversation, don't text. But this is also saying he's going to text you if you don't text him. Okay. And then we've got, that was You Are My Queen, which I already showed that. So we've got, I said very soon, right? Some of you are going to be getting these messages. I've got 1 week. I've got 2 weeks. I've got 3 weeks. And I've got a year. So this could literally be, they're leaving their karmic partners in 1 week. They're going to message you after 2 weeks. You guys are going to go out in 3 weeks, and you'll be married, living together in a year. That's what I'm saying. It's very general. Some of you, your masculine won't reach out for a year because it's going to take another year to go through this process, depending on where you are in your journey. So again, it's very general, but I hope that helped you guys. Please let me know in the comments if you're feeling the same way as me, so I know I'm not alone. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you.